Perfect. With all of that, I am now going to hand over to John Griffith from Austin, Texas, who is our worldwide sales rep. John, over
Thanks
to
so
you.
much. Thanks so much, Saba. Everybody hear me coming through 5x5? I just want to make sure. Sounds good. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you for joining us on such a great, kind of afternoon celebrations here all around, just for all involved. For anybody who doesn't know me, John Griffith, I lead up the worldwide sales and marketing piece for MACSO out of Austin, Texas, of all places. So I've got some spring Texas wildflowers on for anybody in the know. And we're going to look through some business and partnerships updates from my side of the business here this afternoon to get things kicked off. So let's jump right in and kind of talk through just some initial aspects of kind of setting the table here. So, what are we here to do? What is MACSO here to provide? In that sense, we're here to provide, sensory AI integration for the hardware folks and the end users that could really get the value out of it. We've, kind of found over the last 3 years that this isn't necessarily a straight line from us to them. We've worked on building partnerships, building customer relationships, and what we've ended up with is just kind of this ecosystem that's just kind of naturally come about among kind of 3 different pillars here. We've got, on the left side here, just kind of the semiconductor manufacturers and distributors, just the pure play hardware folks, sensor manufacturers in the middle that we're actually taking, data intake from so we can run, obviously the AI models through it and derive value. And then on the right side, the actual end customers in the industry verticals that are, getting the value through. And there's examples for each all the way through it. So, we know we can't do it alone at this point. We're leaning into that. And that's a little bit of kind of what I wanted to dig deeper with everybody here as we get into it a little more this afternoon. One of the pieces that I've taken over the past, 6 months that I've been on board is just kind of some market feedback from how we're trying to, from a business perspective, engage with folks. There were a certain number of folks that, upfront investment didn't necessarily work, something that we wanted to work on, internalize, and respond to. And so really we came up with kind of 3 engagement models that we're going to be going to market with moving forward, kind of thought out to, startups, mid-market, and enterprise as kind of those 3 different animals with kind of customized approaches for them as we're going to meet them where their business is. There's two conversations there: a technology conversation, which we definitely want to have, but also a business conversation that we want to, be cognizant of where folks are in their financial aspects and be able to work with them as best we can to end up with good technology solutions at the end of the day, because that's what we're all looking for, at the end of a positive, interaction with partners or customers. From there, I want to jump into a couple of specific things here from just the lines of business that we have. Animal health is where we started initially, so I figured that'd be the good one to kind of show off and kick off the specifics here. We've come a long way since the initial commercialization here. Kind of the latest and greatest pieces of kind of what we're doing in the space are basically on the Eastern Hemisphere and the Western Hemisphere, if you want to break it down that way, just on the globe. On the left side here for the European kind of EMEA-centered customers that we're working with a large farms partner that's in the space there. Very good experience, very good business connections in that realm of the world. We have an MOU signed with them in late 23. We're really digging in with a lot of the testing and POCing that we're running in that part of the world right now. They've got a lot of hardware in hand. They're actively moving into the testing phase for the cough detection devices, and I think at a really good time as well for just some worldwide swine flu stuff going on in both hemispheres that we're talking about here. But really strong results kind of expected from the Spain testing that we're going to be doing. Really excited about their vertical experience from that perspective, and we're really excited about the potential to scale there as well for how much business they're in that part of the world. Kicking over into the Eastern Western Hemisphere, kind of along the same lines, two large commercial pig farms in China. We are, pretty much along the same lines of into some really, really good testing. There's maybe another one that's going to come alongside with another group we're talking to in the region there. But we've got active testing going on right now, kind of meeting the current needs for some outbreak that's going on there as well. Kind of the model is being proven one day at a time as we're deploying devices there. And again, it's a really, really excellent chance to scale up and out into that region of the world that just is so specific in pork production as far as what they're bringing to market. So jump forward, and air quality is kind of our other big commercialized use case we have deployed and providing value in the market. PR Systems is our partner of note there for the customer that we've partner rather that we've done the most with in the space so far. Again, another MOU signed in 23. We've got deployed devices scaling out into the market that we've kind of ascertained with them, and really me and them are jumping into new verticals to find some new space there for some devices to spread out. Think schools for smoke and vape detection, hospitality, hotels, anything like that, and then state and local government. Anybody that is looking to have smoke and vape out of a certain number of spaces for health reasons or otherwise, that's who me and Pierre are working towards trying to get solutions for. And then on the right side, building some new use cases in the space. We've had parallel conversations going on across a multitude of different use cases around harmful airbornes, think molds, allergens, dusts, something that can cause temporary effects or actual, long-term illnesses is kind of the things that we're thinking about in the space, so where we can have the most positive effect we feasibly can with the technology that we want to lay out to solve for those issues. And then we're trying to research the market trends at the end of the day, because we know things are going to ebb and flow, and we're trying to aim those types of use cases and business is where we're, thinking the target's going to be over the next 3 to 5 years, just in tune of where we're going to meet that business as well. And lastly, coming back through and kind of laying it down to its foundations again, partners. Why do partnerships matter for MACSO in the vein of, kind of what our mission is here? Talking, to the top, we're here to bring edge technology solutions to where it can really provide the most benefit for folks. And what we found is, everybody doing their specialty in a business relation, especially where you're bringing multiple, folks together to create a solution, let them play to their strengths is really what we found. So MACSO loves software. We love development. We love the crazy cool things that we can do with technology from the AI side. That's where we want to be. We can bring in folks that can provide the hardware, can provide the design for platforms, for integration across different technology layers, sensors, anything along those lines. We can find folks to bring to bear where we can let them do what they do from a hardware perspective, let us do what we're really good at, and boy, the results have just been gangbusters so far when we just build that ecosystem from the first slide I was talking about. Anything from defining use cases to discovery of new use cases is what we're looking for in a positive partner relationship. I don't want to make anybody blush that's on the call or anything, but Avnet in particular for the last 6 months or so has been just a lights out partner for us. Again, just a couple of examples. Partnered marketing, we're really enjoying getting out and about with them, in tune of conferences, showing our technology running on their hardware in active demos, things along those lines. The partner capabilities that they've brought in, again, let them be the hardware component. We even got to, chock-a-block with their sensor specialists for all of the stuff that they have in the barn to, bring into the conversation for us. And we are just so excited to dig deep with them and see what solutions we can bring together. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're after, just an ecosystem where we're all going to be greater than the sum of our parts at the end of the day for when we're actually providing solutions to customers and getting things in place to do cool things on the edge, just like we want to do. Lastly, here one more, just in terms of a kind of, not to toot our own horn or anything, but just kind of a check-in on things we've actually gotten done within the last 6 months, and then a couple of things that we're excited about for the later stages and summer months of this year. So signed partnerships here on the left. Of course, shout out again to Avnet. Great use case for hardware, software, co-marketing, all the things we're looking for in partnerships. You can read through. We're excited about some Edge AI Vision Alliance specifics and a couple other keys there for folks that have really helped us grow within the last year and a half or so. Commercialized use cases in the middle here. We're really digging in with some new development that I'm very excited about and to being able to get to some end user customers with. And some of the classics are there, along with some new stuff that we're really digging deep on to create some really neat tech around for some edge use case stuff that hopefully is going to find well placed deployments as we get it out there. And then lastly, on the right side, just partnerships that we have in the pipeline currently developing. Maybe a couple of folks on the phone may blush as well here for being specifically called out, but we're really excited about getting in with these hardware providers, these services providers, where we can dig in with them again, create some great solutions for some end user customers that they're speaking to on the vein of what can be possible with their hardware, and we're looking forward to what we can bring to bear for a market that needs good technology down the road here for the second half of this year. So with that, I think that is it for me. I will look forward to anybody's questions at the end here once we get through the rest of the prezos. Again, thank you guys for showing up. We appreciate the time and attention. And Saba, I will hand it back over to you. Thanks, everybody.